Did you say nothing? Hang on, Jim. Sarge, it's Jim Carver on the phone. He says the neighbour knows nothing.
Come on, she's the one who made the complaint.
Hang on, Jim.
I'll have a word.
Sergeant Penny's coming over. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. No, can you hold on a minute? No, I'll have to ring you back. It's no good.
Right, well,
it's like a bloody madhouse. I'll bring you back in a minute, all right?
Leave that now.
This is the third time I've complained. It's just not good enough.
I can understand how you're feeling. You see, the thing is, if your neighbours own the house and choose to keep a goat in the garden, there's nothing we can do about it.
But it's causing criminal damage, for God's sakes. It took my late husband years to get those rose bushes
One
thrown like
licence,
that.
one current MOT certificate and one insurance cover note.
Right, Mr. Sarge, I'll just get the details.
All right, I'm sorry about that.
The juice. Half an hour, no more.
Oh, well, why not? Everything else is happening today, isn't it?
It can't be helped, Chief. I can't mess about with it live.
Sarge, heavy transport notification.
Oh, good. Glad they're keeping you busy.
Yeah, I know he gets results. You only have to look at the records for that.
So what are you saying,
It's the way he gets them that's wrong. It's his attitude. We talks to people. We treats you, me, everyone.
Look, there's an old saying. Don't judge me on the way I do the job. Judge me on the results.
Oh, bullshit. We're police officers, not sales reps.
Look, if the super lets him get away with it, then there's not a lot we can do about it.
Bloody super. All he wants is a quiet life, getting his foot in the next rung of the ladder. That's all that bothers him. Admin and bloody politics.
Right,
that's
Daddy's
his...
plumber. I want him lifted. You better take some backup. He likes a bit of trouble.
What shall I stick on the sheet, Gov?
Just pick him up, Terrell, right?
Yeah, but what's the charge?
Detective Inspector Galloway.
That's a call, Inspector. Name of Carver?
OK, love, put him through. All right, Ted, just do it. Leave me to worry about the details, all right? Yes, Conga. All right. Where and when?
Sarge, what am I going to do about this? The lady's waiting.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about that, Mrs.
Oh, that's all right. I've got all day, haven't I?
Right, thank you very much, Mrs. Symes.
And a cover note.
Sorry.
I'll go and get the car.
You know the power's going off?
Not upstairs this night. What are you on about?
They're turning off the electricity for about half an hour.
Yeah, well, as far as I'm concerned, they can turn it off forever.
Excuse me.
Oh, another satisfied customer. Hey, you're not involved pissed off. What's up?
I'll give you one guess.
Oh, not his nibs again.
Yeah, well, I can't think of a better name than that for him. Listen, I promise you, I will lose my pension over him. You know, one of these days, I'm just going to lose my rank and slap one right in his bloody jaw.
John! When you get upstairs, tell him the power's going off for about half an hour, will you?
Right. I promise you, I will, Bob. I mean, he's bloody impossible.
All right, I know. Give him some time. He'll come to terms with it.
Come to tell, he's had 3 months, for God's sake. Come, you know, he's not the first policeman to have ever been
so
divorced.
you don't get over 15 years of married bliss in just 3 months. I leave it, right?
Hello, Mr. Farmer.
Long time no see.
Oh, sorry. I think you have me mixed up with someone else.
Beg your pardon, sir?
I'm telling you. You fit, Mike?
Yes.
She's gone, Sarge.
Yeah, I noticed. All right, let's have a look. Goat?
Yeah. I tried to explain to Mrs. Beck that there's nothing much we can do if the neighbours own the property. There's no law against owning a goat as a pet, is there, Sarge?
As far as I know.
Still, it sounded like she was getting the runaround a bit.
Beat 4.
Yeah, there's Martella, isn't there?
Never mind all that. When is she coming home, did they say?
In a few days, the doctors reckon. Gives me a bit of a chance to clear the place out. Get rid of all the loose women. Looks like a bomb hit at the moment.
You're all the same, you men, hopeless without us women.
Oh, here we go.
It's true.
Get away with you. Yes, me darling.
I better get moving, I'll see you.
You have your slippers ready about 1:30, all right?
Oh, yeah?
I'll see you, Terry. Give me regards to the missus.
Cheers, son.
How are you then? I haven't seen you for ages.
TT7 to Sierra Oscar, receiving you, over.
they'll open this up as? They tend to want to be another Indian takeaway.
Jim, will you assist us to spot a bother I've got to follow up?
Something that needs a man, you mean?
So what are you telling me now, then? That this place is
Same
going to have to be shut down
guy,
completely?
It'll only be off about an hour, Chief.
Half an hour, you said?
Yeah, well, it's not that simple.
All right, so what are you saying? 2 hours? 3 hours?
No, it shouldn't be.
Look, I've got to add the power through to this recharge rack for the personal radios. That is a must. I just can't have it out of service, that's all.
Excuse me.
Now, can you rig up a temporary line?
Yeah, well, it just means more work.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, but it's going to have to be done.
No. Have you checked the vehicle registration?
Yeah, and it is caution under the name of Symes.
All right, look, leave it with me. I'll get back to you on this.
OK, Sarge. Yes, sir, can I help you?
Sergeant Cryer, please.
What name is it, sir?
Littleton. Abel Littleton.
Right, I'll just get him for you.
Can you actually stay in bed this morning?
Yeah, I know what
Sarge.
you mean. Listen, the Yorkie Bar Kid here thinks you might have a ringer there.
Excuse me, I'm off out for an hour. Roach and Dashwood are bringing in a Danny plumber. Bang him in a cell till I get back.
Yeah, so is it a sticker or what?
No, just a questioning. Hey, Sarge, there's somebody to see you.
Yeah, well, hold on that for a minute, eh?
First of all, can
I think young Sherlock might have something.
Elementary, my dear Sarge.
42?
Can I help you?
Yes, PC Littleton.
Oh, you're a day early.
Well, I thought I'd pop in and introduce myself, have a look around.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Well, welcome to Sun Hill.
Looks peaceful enough to me, Mrs. Beck.
Oh, it's peaceful enough, young lady, but you just look at this. Look at that. Took my late husband years to get that to bloom. That bloody thing keeps eating it.
Oh, we have tried next door, Mrs. Beck, but there's no one in.
Eats anything and everything it does. It stinks as well. There should be a law against keeping him in a garden.
I'm afraid all we can do, Mrs. Beck, is try and have a word with its owners.
Take any sense out of them two. They're bloody hippies, they are. Spend half their time on another planet, if you ask me. Flower power and all that rubbish.
But we'll call back later and try the neighbours again.
Have you tried the environmental officer down at the town hall?
Town hall?
If I'm in the wrong place, Conga, I'm going to kick your ass. Then if I am, you won't hear me, so it'll come as a nice surprise.
Got away with words you have, Mr. Galloway. How's your luck?
Plenty of it, all bad. This is a piss hole.
Nice and private, though. Step into the office.
You got something for me or what?
Get the pound notes out, Mr. Galloway. It's a right good one.
Come on in.
A tunnel job, a bank, on your patch. Interested?
Depends. Ha! Don't take the piss out of me, my old son. Well, me and you are going to fall out, understand?
Oh, I understand, Mr. Galloway. You know me. I wouldn't do that.
You'd do anything.
That's not nice. That's not nice at all.
You coming across? Or am I going to have to do you for wasting my time?
Why? 2 names. Frank Parry and Denny Lamb.
Where?
And the rest? What about the rent? Got to be a good payer, a bank job.
You slimy git. What's the use of 2 names? Come on.
And finally, our guest rooms.
Ooh, we do get some charmers. Look at that.
So I see.
All right. Sounds like we got another guest.
Hang on, Ted, give us a hand.
Get off of me! Or you can't see the slags! Go on!
See you, was he?
No, but I used my charm on him. Be a copper and see the world, they told me.
Oh, Mike,
Can you have a word with Sergeant Penny and Yorkie Smith? Yorkie will tell you all it's about.
OK, Bob.
Come on, let's go get ourselves a cup of tea.
Good idea.
Sign tossers! Horsey Galloway!
A goat?
Yeah, you know, shaggy little creature with horns and legs.
Yeah, and it weren't so little either, was it, Jim?
Well, I wouldn't fancy getting on the wrong end of it. Well, unless had me wellies, of course.
But we used to keep goats. The milk makes great cheese.
Young goats are nice to eat. I think that's what's on the bleeding menu today. Look at this lot of old tripe.
Sit down and join us, why don't you?
Kid. Hey, young goats are called kids. Not people eat kids.
Look what the sergeant's just brought in. Have to come, I suppose.
Tack's never been one of your strong points, has it?
All I said was
Yeah,
had
we
to
heard
come.
exactly what you said.
Right. PC Abel Littleton, WPC's Viv Martella, June Ackland, and PC's Taffy Edwards, Jimmy Carver, and Yorkie Smith. One feeding his fate is Pete Muswell. Sit down then.
Thank you.
Oh, Yorkie, Mike Dashwood's downstairs having a word with Sergeant Penny about your Mr. Silence.
Oh, right, Sarge. Have it to pop down then.
It's your show. I'll leave you with it, all right? But pop in and see me before you leave the building.
Right, Sergeant. Will do. Aye. Right. Now that's over with.
You're right with Sarge, Abe. He's one of the best.
Yeah, he's right.
Excuse me.
Excuse our friend.
1 out of 6 of you ain't bad, I suppose.
What is going on in this place?
I took him for Peter Farmer. You know, the chap who had the pub down in Grove Road.
That's where I know him from. And you knew him, Sarge. You used to drink at his boozer after work.
Yeah, which boozer? Oh, that's the Barton Arms. Yeah. I used to drink there myself when I was stationed at Bow Road. Look, what's the address on his brief?
Herbert Road.
No, his mother used to live in those flats, not him.
All right, thanks, Mike. Any idea what this is all about?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, Sarge. I've got an idea that he's had his licence suspended for 5 years. Second time up for drunk driving.
All right, thanks, Mike. Right there, young Sherlock.
Where's
Oh,
Ted?
better get the wheels in.
He's up in the canteen,
Sarge.
Gov.
Get him, or you're both in my office at the double. All right, Doug. Frank?
Yeah?
This thing don't seem to be working.
Oh, look, go check the fuse on the temporary line, all right?
Yeah.
What's your first impression?
He's bright, sharp, good sense of humour. That's about all I can say at this stage, sir.
Yeah. This is his third posting in 3.5 years. Seems to have a bit of a problem settling down.
Well, I'll keep an eye on the situation, sir. Can't be easy, can it? Being a minority within a minority.
No, it can't. Look, Bob, let's not mince words over this. Constable Littleton gets no special treatment.
Well, of course not, sir.
I mean, either way. Like you say, he's a minority within a minority. If I find that he's subjected to any form of internal racial bigotry, I'm going to have the offenders out of here in a flash.
With all due
Right,
respect,
Bob,
sir.
I know that I don't need to tell you.
No, sir.
Good. I'm sorry, but it had to be said from the off. I want everybody in this building to understand the score. And for this station to succeed where all the others have failed. I'll leave that in your hands, Bob, all right?
Very good, sir.
Right, thank you. Thank you, sir. Get me DHQ, Commander Lane, please.
Yes, sir. This is Detective Inspector Galloway from Sunhill Police Station. Yes, sir. Firstly, could you look in your file and find this station's number and call me straight back, please? Well, yes, sir. I could give you my number, but I want you to be sure of my identity. Yes, it is, sir. Fine. Thank you. Burke. Right. Who's ready for a bit of excitement, then?
Well, I think Mr. Plummer was enough excitement for one day, girl.
Come on, Tex. I told you he liked a bit of aggro. You're getting a bit old, aren't you?
He's down in the cells. Not a happy chap.
Oh, it bleeds for him. Right, forget about Plummer. Something more urgent's come up, Ted. I want you to get onto this firm of estate agents and find out who's got the lease on the empty shop in Queen's Parade. And Mike, I want you to tell Roach these names.
CID, DS Roach. Says he's a bank manager.
Tom. One moment, please. Come on, let's have some action. Now then, sir.
Don't say it, Ted.
How the hell can we work as a team when we don't know what the bloody hell is going on?
He'll put us in the picture soon enough, I suppose. Ours is not the reason why.
You're talking like a prat, Mike. Ours is the reason why.
All right. All right, you said your piece. Look, if you don't like the way the governor does his job, then go in there and tell him. But just get off my back, all right?
CID, DS Roach.
Yes, sir. It's the 4th on the left, past the roundabout. Yeah, that's the one. OK, cheerio. Sarge, is it all right if I nip out for a minute?
Yeah, of course.
Right. Shouldn't be long, Bob.
At least it's quiet with engine bracket out at lunch.
What I can't understand is why they had to turn off all the juice and then go out to lunch.
That's to show us that they're still in touch with current affairs.
You are?
Never mind, Tom. I'll see you later.
Right then, son. Let's go and see our Mr. Farmer. Oh, Bob.
Yeah?
I do worry about you sometimes. You know, all that deep thinking can't be good for you.
What would you know about it?
Get stuff.
Hey, what are you two doing here? You've been out on the beat 10 minutes ago.
Well, yes, Sarge, but we were quarter of an hour late getting in, Sarge.
Yeah, likely story. Did you sort out that Mrs. Beck complaint? You know, the goat thing?
Yeah, we called round, Sarge. The owner of the said goat was out.
So we call back this afternoon, Sarge?
Right, well, on your bikes then.
Oh, Sarge, could you get comms to run a vehicle check on this registration
No,
number?
I think I could manage that. Reason?
Well, it's a Ford Transit open-backed and the registration number on the tax list doesn't correspond with the vehicle.
Let's have a look. I'll get it checked out and I'll give you a call, all right?
Oh, Sarge, thank
Off you go.
See you. All right, cheerio.
Hello, Brian. How are you? How'd it treat you over DHQ then?
What's your boat beer? Not too bad, thanks. Urgent photos for DR Galloway.
Has he been going around the back door again?
You know him, Sarge. Any dodge to get what he wants. I'll see you.
Sir.
All petty stuff.
From Acorns.
Yeah, but first the acorns have got to fall. And these two are going to fall, all right. Right. I want you to get onto the Civil Engineers Department at the Town Hall. I want a complete set of plans covering Queen's Parade.
All right, yeah.
And Mike,
Yeah.
if they ask you any questions, use your charm without giving anything away.
How can I give anything away, Carl? Don't know what's going on.
Right, Ted, what you got?
Not a lot. The property is up for let. Been on the market now 6 months.
Owner?
Mr. Bryansky, but he's out of the country and has been for some weeks. Listen.
Did they say anything about the owner employing builders, decorators, anything like that?
No. Look, with the greatest respect.
All right, just arrived.
Great. He's moved a bit quick this time.
Oh, sorry, Ted.
No, be my guest.
Ted, I want you, Mike, Chris and Jim to be ready for a briefing in 10 minutes and call your wives and lovers. You're all on overtime.
Cheers, sir.
Anything we should know, Roy?
Thanks for the delivery, Robert.
Oh. Lone Ranger alive and well and living in Sunhill Nick, is he?
You'll be informed if and when.
Wonderful. Oh, by the way, we can do back your Mr. Plummer. Can't hold him much longer without a charge, you know.
Well, he assaulted Ted Roach, didn't he? Charge him with that for now.
Nip round the side, see if there's another private entrance.
Right, Sarge.
Yes.
Good afternoon, madam. Is Mr. Farmer at home, please?
No, he's not here at the moment. Can I help you?
Mrs. Farmer, is it?
Oi! Oi! Stop! Oh, damn!
That's all I can tell you, I'm afraid.
Thank you, Mrs. Farmer. Oh, please don't shut the door, love. I'll be back in a moment.
Quick, Sarge, he's done a runner!
Did you get the reg?
Yes, Sarge.
Shall I keep you a moment, madam? This is not a movie, son, and we are not Starsky and Hutch. Now get on the air and pass to all units.
But Sarge...
Quickly, lad. He won't get far. Besides, pound or penny, he'll get 3 miles down the road and realise he's acting like a wally. Oh. Do we want to play dodgems, then?
Once they're through this flank wall here, it's only a matter of digging through about 12.5 feet of clay and they're directly below the vault floor. It's that simple. Any questions?
Yeah. Do we know how they intend getting up through the vault floor?
Well, I can only make an educated guess at this stage. I've received no information on that, but I would say they'll attempt a series of small charges. Frank Parry has formed with explosives.
When do we go in?
It's tricky. If we go in too early, our friends could duck any real charges. I think we've got to let them dig away until they're right under the money.
Has the bank been informed, Gov?
I've spoken to the bank manager personally. I've got a meeting with him a little later on.
Do the uniformed lads know the score yet?
Not yet. For the moment, I want to treat this strictly as an oboe number. I want everything to stay and look nice and normal. I don't want our little firm being frightened off.
Firearms, Gov?
No, right, that's it. Ted and Mike, you take the first turn as of now. Jim, get that cleared up. Ted, I want to see you in my office. Having already spent some time down on the site, I think the best place for you is here. And if Mike sits there, you'll both have good views of the shop front. All right?
Yeah, but we won't have a visual on each other. Now, if I sat here
No, Ted, look,
and
do
Mike
it my
sat
way,
here,
all
then
right?
no, with all due respect,
Look, I
sir,
haven't got time for a debate. Christ. What's up with you lately?
Oh, what's up with me? Oh, that's bloody good coming from you, that is.
Now, come on, look.
That's
What
bloody
is all
marvellous.
this about?
Do you really want me to tell you, Inspector?
Oh, done.
Do you?
Ted.
An hour, the man said. Even half an hour? Sorry, Chief. It's a bit more involved than I first figured. Well, how much longer is it going to be now? Half an hour should do it.
Still no lights? Listen, any report now, Mr. Farmer?
No, not as yet. What's up with young Sherlock?
He wanted to play races round the houses.
Oh, vehicle check, Sarge.
Thanks, love.
Do you want me to raise him?
Yeah, it's worth a try.
600. 600 from Sierra Oscar. Receiving, over.
600 receiving, over.
Jim, that vehicle check of yours, the transit belongs to Frank Parry, but the original disc related to a vehicle registered in the name of Dennis Lamb.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 5. Are you receiving? Over.
I'll have their guts for garters. I know Bob told them about it.
Cheers, Sergeant. You up? Yeah, all right, lad. Yeah, you take it easy.
Right, good morning. Good morning, Sarge. PC Littleton.
Well, nice and peaceful in here this morning. What's up?
What's your number? Well, 342. The recharge unit's been out all night.
Morning. No. How? Left down the stairs, though.
Thanks, Sarge.
Couldn't remember. Yeah, it's a bit of a warren here. Well, how the hell did it happen in the first place? I got those comedians to rig up a temporary line.
Search me. All the radios are flat.
About bloody time.
Morning, sir. Sleep well, did we?
Shut your face.
My Sarge asked me to give you an early morning call.
Right, little comic, aren't you? What do you call this?
How about morning tea? Sorry, we run out of papers.
I'm entitled to a sodden breakfast.
We don't have that sort, I'm afraid. Only English or continental.
Get knotted. I know my rights.
We've all got rights, but we get what we get, though, don't we?
Stupid Welsh git.
And prisoners' welfare, like everything else, see? Cutbacks.
Stuff that. I put in a complaint, mate, and I want Galloway.
Grilled or scrambled?
They stayed in the pub until closing time.
Did you go in?
No, Gov. I didn't want to risk being recognised. The governor of the pub knows me.
Right, go on.
They left the Monk's Head at about, 11:30.
About 11:30?
11:23.
You've got soap on your forehead.
Thank you, Gov. Lamb then dropped Parry off at his place at 11:45, and I followed Lamb back to his place, arriving there at 12:04.
Home to bed like good little boys, eh?
Yeah.
Don't go, Ted.
I stayed outside Lamb's place, watching the van, until 2 a.m.
Yeah, I stayed on over outside the site until 2 a.m. and no one came near the place.
Who's down there now, Jim?
Yeah, I've just been in touch. All's quiet down there.
Right. Mike, back out and relieve Chris watching the van. Any sign of activity, get in touch. Ted, back down the site and relieve Jim. I'll be down there myself a little later on.
And I relieve myself first.
All right? OK, so now that you're all aware of the situation on radio communicators, we'll move on. Welcome, please, first, to a new member of our team, PC Abel Littleton. Welcome to Scannell. Now, as usual, I will expect every member of our squad to extend every help and assistance necessary for a speedy and uneventful settling-in period for our new colleague at arms. All right? OK, moving on. Foot patrol changes for the day. 4 beat. Oh, yes, where a certain Hector the Goat is causing some concern. Yes. 210 Muswell, 643 Ackland. I think you can go out together on this one. Well, it's kid stuff, isn't it? It should suit the pair of you. Now, the complaint has been dealt with by the night shift, and the owners of the said goat have been interviewed. However, when you're passing 114 Lee Road, just check with Mrs. Beck to make sure that everything is all right. OK? 5 beat. Oh, yes. 600 Carver. I'd like you to take out 342 Litten with you today. Show him the beat. Mind you, he might be able to teach you a thing or two at the same time.
Roach.
Oh, and Queen's Parade. That's on the borderline between 4 and 5 beats, Carver. You could have another look for your 4 transit. You never know, you might get lucky. On the other hand, you might not.
Julia, it's me. It's Dad. Dad? Yeah.
What do you want?
Just to say hello, you know. How are you?
Mum, it's Dad.
No, Julia, don't call your mum yet. Sorry to call you so early. I didn't get you up, did I?
Of course not. What do you want, Roy?
I just got the divorce papers through this morning, and I just thought we ought to talk.
Talk. You want to talk?
Kate. Please.
Just a little bit too late for talking. About 10 years too bloody late.
Dann!
Sorry, Roy. I'll come back.
What is it?
I'm sure Mr. Plummer. We got him banged up still.
I'll be down in 10 minutes, all right?
Cell or truth room?
What?
What, do you want to interview him in a cell or in one of the interview rooms?
In the cell.
Fine. You all right, mate?
Yep. Fine.
In the last 3 days, and even if we did, I'm afraid it'd be taken away by them. So your best bet's probably going to be Burnside.
She'll eat you alive, Sunshine.
If she doesn't, I certainly will, the pair of you.
It weren't our fault, Chief. The fuse on the temporary line blew. We hadn't any way of knowing.
Only sniff,
Oh,
anyway.
come off it, Pete. You couldn't have made it more obvious. What about yesterday in the canteen?
Look, just because I wear a uniform don't mean to say I ain't got my own opinions.
But it's a private opinion. It should be kept to just that in this job, private. You should have learnt that by now.
Look, you'll have to get used to it. I'm not
the
prejudiced
problem?
anyway.
God, you come. You better come quick. It's that blooming goat again. It's gone off its rocker.
Oh, well, you must be Mrs. Beck.
That's right,
So,
dear.
so you're
It's that
just
blooming
about
goat.
way
It's
to
a
say.
sin.
Expect I'd shout a bit too, being banged up in a cell all night.
And you might be warned, man's head case.
It's all mouth, if you ask me.
Yeah? You caught Ted Rudge a nice one, didn't
Yeah,
he?
more by luck than by judgment. Room service!
Come on, stop messing about, Taffy. I've got a lot to do in there.
Compliments of the chef. Breakfast for Mr. Plummer.
I warned you, didn't I?
Next time I piss on you!
All right, Plummer,
Bloody
enough of that.
maniac.
Come on, get it cleared up.
And what about me, Sarge? My shorts?
Come on, first things first.
Have you talked it out with him?
We're not exactly talked, if you know what I mean.
Because, you see, I honestly
My
do
husband's
think
had words with him.
it's a matter of gaining his confidence, Jenny. How old is he?
43.
No, I mean your son.
That woman next door's called them again.
Hey, no problem here. Nice police people, no problem.
Well, that's not what your next-door neighbour tells us, sir. She says there is a problem. For her, at any rate.
It's only our goat. There's nothing to worry about.
Mind if we take a closer look? Feel free. My home is your home.
Yeah, I mean in the garden.
His name's Hector.
It's a bit of a fancy name for a goat, isn't it?
He was a Trojan warrior in an earlier life. Come on, Hector. Come on, my old son. There's a nice boy. Come on. Come on, my beauty. Come on.
Watch it!
Now, listen, Hector. I don't want to hurt you, right?
Don't you believe it, Hector. I reckon he fancies you.
This ain't funny, right?
Here, hope you're not hurting that goat. Don't you
Come
hurt
on,
him.
he's only trying to be friendly.
Well, if you can't do better than that, you're in dead lumber.
You got me shivering in my boots, Chief.
Who was she?
Who you on about now?
This old slag you're supposed to have been knocking off.
Not with you.
You said, on the night in question, you were shacked up in bed with a mystery. Okay. Who was she? What's her name?
Oh, yeah, that's right, I was. Can't tell you who, though, Chief. A married woman, see? Wouldn't be right if I did. Know what I mean?
And what would rubbish like you know about what's right, eh?
Be fair, Chief. You know how it is. I mean, it may well have been your old woman I was humping.
You bastard! Leave it! Leave it! Enough! Bleeding nutter!
You shut it. Enough.
I'll nick him for that!
I said shut it.
That was brilliant, boy. That was really brilliant. Come off it. Get rid of the bastard.
What, plumber?
Chuck him out!
What's up with Superstar then?
Lovely night, sir. It's Ben.
Ackland and Muswell just phoned in. It appears that Hector the goat is at it again.
Oh, good.
Yeah, called for a vet to calm him down.
Oh, joking.
Let's on his way.
When were you born then? The sunshine state of Hackney, my son.
Really?
So what made you join the police force? What's this, the first round of Mastermind?
Sorry.
It's all right. Everyone asked me that. I joined because I wanted to do something worthwhile. You? More or less the same reasons. Oh, come on, there's a transit I want to try and nab.
There he is. Yeah, well, he should have gone for you, you know, if he had good taste.
Why don't we just leave?
What's the problem here? He looks peaceful enough, doesn't he?
Yeah, you should have seen him half an hour ago, mate.
Why don't we just leave him, OK?
Well,
We'll look after him,
no,
he's fine.
I'll give him the old once over now I'm here. See how he is, eh?
Oh, watch yourself, mate.
Oh. Hey, Hector. Not supposed to be eating the neighbour's garden, mate. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ooh.
Ah. Would you believe it?
He obviously didn't fancy you. Is he all right?
Ah, I'm not sure. What do you feed him on as a rule?
Cabbage spuds?
Yeah, usual stuff.
He did all this?
Yeah, he was scoffing the lot when we got here.
Hello, what we got here? Tasty, isn't it?
I don't believe it.
I'm afraid so. Poor old Hector here is as high as a kite.
Any idea where your husband might go, Mrs. Farmer? Look, love, the longer this situation goes on, the deeper your husband sinks. He's only making your situation worse.
He'll be sent to prison, won't he?
Oh, well, that's not for us to decide, love. Now, we've checked with his mother. She's not seen him.
He has a sister living at Barkingside. He'll probably go there. Oh, what a mess.
Her address, please?
16 Endcote Street, Barkingside. I tried to stop him when you called round earlier, but he was so frightened he'd be sent to prison.
Where did he obtain the other license, love, do you know? We'll find out soon enough, love, but you'd help his situation by saving us time.
My maiden name is Symes. I have a brother living in Australia, the same age as Peter.
How long's your brother been out in Australia?
Must be close on 10 years now. When Peter had his licence taken away last year...
He applied for another in your brother's name?
Yes. He took the test and passed first time. Everything was fine until he was stopped for speeding the other day. He thought it would be safer to produce his documents here instead of Bow Road Police Station. He's too well known down there, you see.
Well, thanks for coming in, Mrs. Farmer. Is your sister-in-law on the phone?
Yes.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. I'll sit on this for an hour. If your husband walks in here under his own steam, it'll look a lot better when he comes up in court.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so Sergeant.
1 hour, mind.
You great softy.
What the bloody hell? Sierra Oscar from DS Roach. Are you receiving?
Sierra Oscar from Mike Dashwood, receiving.
Sierra Oscar.
All right, I'll be with you in a minute.
Right, sir. Sarge, DS Roach and Mike Dashwood both wanted it.
Sarge, Hector's in the yard.
You what? Oh, yeah. Sergeant Cryer.
Oi! Come on, turn the bloody thing off! All right, Chief, don't lose your rag.
Sorry, Ted. Please, go ahead.
Listen, Bob, very carefully. We're on an oboe job at Queen's Parade, and two bloody great flatfoots are about to blow the whole game. Now, please make contact with them and pull them out. Over.
Oboe job? Queen's Parade? Hold on, Ted, I'll come straight back to you. Get me Carver and Littleton quickly.
Sorry, Sarge, their PR units are still US.
Oh, damn the bloody things.
They took them on the off chance, but we've had no joy all day.
Right, inform Sergeant Roach of the situation. Instruct him to take whatever measures he thinks fit. I'll be up in the CID. I'll give them a bloody oboe job.
Yes, sir. Can I... Oh. Mr. Farmer.
I've come to give myself up.
Sarge.
Afternoon, Mr. Farmer. I've been expecting you. PC Smith, take the gentleman up to the charge room, will you? I'll be along shortly.
Right, Sarge.
Excuse me!
What is the problem?
Move it!
Come on, you calm down. What's the crack? Out of it.
What a cock.
Now, listen. If you seem fit not to put us into the picture, this kind of cop has messed this up, Robert. There'll be hell to pay. Bloody hell!
Us mess it up.
Look,
now, look here,
one more day, that's all I need. Just
look,
one more
Inspector,
day.
if you choose not to...
Batten down the hatches.
Go ahead, Ted. Sorry, Ted.
Give me Sergeant Roach,
He's
quickly.
on there now, sir.
Please inform Detective Inspector Galloway that due to circumstances beyond our control, we have been forced to move in and take 2 suspects into custody. Over.
Damn. What's the situation on site now, Ted?
Yes, sir.
Straight up, legit.
Yes, sir. 2 suspects and not much else, sir. Unless you count some new shelving, some naff plastering and a built-in cupboard. Sir.
Wonderful. Bloody wonderful. Right. When they bring the suspects back, I want to see Roach up in my office, right? Sharp!
Well, if I read the tea leaves, the only thing you'll get out of those 2 is a dodgy tax disc.
Bob, we'll have to have a word again. They're getting slack. Looks like a flaming pigsty.
It's been a bit pushed today, Sarge.
All the more reason for keeping organised.
Right. I'm off to get a pint. I've had enough of this place. Make sure Ted Roach gets that message, will you, love?
Okay.
Another 12 and a half minutes before Alec comes on.
Yeah, that's right. I'll see you.
Blimey. Bob!
He's gone, Sarge.
I just don't believe it. One more day. Just one more day, and we would have had him.
I don't think so. Looks like your snout gave you a bummer.
No chance. What do you take me for? How the hell you and Dashwood let a pair of bloody wooden tops step in and blow it? I just don't believe that.
It was your cock-up, sir. Nobody else's. You run around shouting and screaming your head off. Just who the bloody hell do you think you are?
I'm your governor. That's who I am.
Oh, is that a fact? Well, let me tell you something, governor. It's about time you learned a few home truths.
One more word from you, Sergeant, and I'll have you on a report.
I don't give a monkey's what you have me on anymore. Sir, you have me up on whatever you like. You cocked up. Not me, not Mike, and certainly not the boys in uniform. You.
Right, that's it!
And you know something? You used to be a good copper. Bit on the flash side, but good. Now you're just a loud-mouthed bully boy who stamps his feet when he doesn't get what he wants. You don't have a monopoly on being right, sir, whatever your rank.
Look, listen, Ted. All I'm saying is don't do anything hasty. Just go home and sleep on it.
Yeah, well, it may not be down to me anyway.
And Roy is not like that. He'll cool down.
Do you reckon? Yeah, well, I can't guarantee I will.
Of course you will, because what's the alternative?
That bank job was a bit cheeky, wasn't it?
What bank?
Glasscock Street. Just been on the news.
Glasscock Street?
Reckon they must have been down there all weekend.
The first I've heard of it.
Only dug under the road, didn't they? Straight up the sewer, right into the vault.
I knew it. I told him his snout sold him one.
Oh, I doubt it, Ted. Glasscock Street's not even on our ground.
Afternoon, Roy. Dropped a clanger, has he? What can I get for you, love?
Scotch, please.
Yeah.
And whatever they're having.
And the landlady?
Yeah, of course.
I'm only kidding. Same again.
Yeah. Cheers.
Haven't been that bad, have I?
Yes.
Worse.
Cheers, Roy.
Right then. I'll see you later back at the Nick tent. We'll go for everything we got. Together. Okay?
Yeah, okay. Go for it.
I'll see you.
Yeah, see you, Roy.
Armed robbery. It's something that happens on the telly, George. You know what I'm...
Hang them by the balls, that's what they want to do. Don't sort them out. Thanks, mate.
Myself, I prefer the pebble grey with the tartan edge. Tones in beautifully. Looks good. Yes, I can take that.
Well, Trudie, I hope he's okay.
At his age, nerves are low.
2 teas, please, love.
You have to have it down there.
No sugar.
Can you believe that we could be robbed as easily as
Yes, but what time did the security van deliver the money last week?
well, that's something you'll have to ask Mr. White.
Well, I got back early, about 10 to 2.
Yeah.
And it had all happened by then. Miss Miles, she was sorting out a cut on Chalky's head.
Yeah.
And I just dialed 999.
Anyone want a cup of tea?
Yeah. Would you like a cup of tea, something?
Love one, thank you. 2 sugars, please. No, make that one. I'm trying to cut down on it.
What about you, Miss Marsh?
What else?
Please yourself.
Oh,
Buttons,
yes.
the
Do
old
you
nerves.
know the name of the liaison officer at the security firm?
Yes, I'll have one, please, love. White, no sugar.
Mr. White, I'm afraid.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Yes, please do be my guest.
Accounts, Miss Marsh.
On that armed robbery, over. 2 from 3, and then we've got enough to eat it.
Sierra Oscar 3 from Sierra Oscar. Can you inform Sergeant Roach that D.I. Galloway's been located and is on his way?
Yes, can I help you, miss?
Inspector Galloway, please.
I'm afraid he isn't around at the moment. Anything I can do?
I've come about the advertisement in the local paper. For a typist.
Well, I'm afraid Inspector Galloway isn't in the building at the moment.
Oh.
I don't know what time he'll be back. Would you like to leave a telephone number?
Would you mind if I wait? I wouldn't want to miss him.
Roy Galloway.
Yeah?
John Gordon Robbery Squad. Going out to turn some drums over. Bringing a few suspects. See you later, Roy. Yeah. Be lucky.
So, if you go through that door, through the factory and along, it's on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Cheers.
Gonna get our wages back for us, are you, Gov?
Gonna try, love.
Question me any time you like.
I know you love.
Oi! don't leave me out. I've got an itchy fanny.
Sir, this is Mr. Henshaw, the managing director, Inspector Galloway. Do you want a cup of tea?
No, thanks, Ted. Inspector.
Sir? How much did they get?
Approximately 50,000.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Holiday pay.
I'll close it down next week for a fortnight. It's over here.
Anybody get hurt?
Mr. White, the wages clerk, put up a bit of a fight, I believe.
Well, I got a bang on the head, nothing serious. Mike's down at the hospital with him now.
Any marks, Tom?
Nothing usable, Governor.
You were lucky it was only a glancing blow. Could have been nasty.
Advantage of age. Skin like a rhino.
Right, nurse. Small dressing on that, and you'll be right as a ring. Don't usually get the chance to tend a hero.
Dear God, I'm no hero. Silly old fool, more like.
Just so I got this right, the first time you saw the robbers was when they broke the glass in the office door.
Yeah, it was the breaking glass that made me turn. I've just got the money out the safe. One of them pointed a gun at me, told me not to move.
So, the money was delivered this morning by a security firm and placed in the safe as usual, yeah?
Yes.
And taken out by White this afternoon.
Who, in the normal course of events, would have made up the wages immediately.
Mr. Henshaw, sir, it's for you.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Governor, come with me.
What? You got any funny ideas, Roach? What is all this about?
It's an inside job. Look up. I mean, there was one nervous man, eh? Sitting on the bog waiting for the off.
Like your choice of words, Ted. Send him to the lab and might get some prints off the packet.
Now, somebody must have given him the wink to come out just as the money was being taken from the safe.
Oh. Well, maybe someone was watching from the toilet door.
Would have been too risky. They would have been seen.
So who'd you have in mind?
We haven't seen everyone yet, but one person does emerge way up front. Henry White, Chalky, the wages clerk.
That's the bloke White's at the hospital with, yeah?
Yeah, now, it's only circumstantial, but every payday, without fail, White makes up the wage packets at the same time after returning from lunch at 2 o'clock, right?
Go on.
Well, today, and he's never done anything like it before, he arranges with Miss Marsh, that's the bird in the office with the big bins, he arranges with her to go to lunch half an hour early. They come back at 1:30.
Why?
He wanted to drop a mortgage application form in at the estate agents off Chapel Way.
Can they do it in his normal lunch break?
No, they close between 1 and 2, so he says.
You checked it out?
I've got Muswell doing it now.
Did the robbery squad know about White?
I gave them a rough picture.
Who have they gone to spin? Anyone we know?
Didn't say. Probably some poor villains out of favour this month when they get their collars felt.
Probably guessing like you.
Bloody hell, what's that?
You set it off with a cigar!
No, I didn't, sir. There's a fire. Well, get everyone up then.
Oh, bloody hell, look what you've done.
Shut up.
That's all we needed.
Is there a fire?
False alarm, I think. Something set it off.
Yeah. Where's Henshaw?
He's gone to turn off the sprinklers.
Right, well, Tom, carry on with the fire drill. Make sure everyone's accounted for.
Yeah, right, I go.
Sorry, mate.
Yorkie. You seen Frank?
Well, I think he's upstairs somewhere.
Right. You go out into the yard, line everybody up for a roll for me. I'll find Frank.
Okay, sir.
Was there anything suspicious, Mr. White, when you came back from lunch? Something out of the ordinary, perhaps?
No, nothing. Mind you, I did have other things in my mind. I'm hoping to buy this little bungalow just outside Farnham. To be near the grandchildren, Sergeant.
Detective Constable. So that's why you went to the estate agent in your lunch hour?
Yeah.
Plaza.
What's that to do with the robbery?
Oh, nothing. Shouldn't think.
The bank.
The bank?
The employees haven't been paid their holiday money.
Miss Marsh is taking care of that, don't you remember?
Oh, yeah. So she is.
It's very much like a false alarm. Here's a list of employees, if you need it.
Well, you better call out the names, sir. I don't know anyone.
Wish Chalky were here. Very well.
Come on, through here. God, to think you caused all this, eh? Leave it out, Roach. Joke's over. What was that? Never mind about that. What did you find out?
Bit iffy, sir.
What do you mean?
White hasn't been to the estate agent for 3 days. Collected some forms last time. They know him in there. He didn't go today? No. OK, Michael, cheers.
Higginson? Yes? Could you speak up, please? Willett? Donapala.
Hey, love.
Oh, thank you.
Now, I have something to read. Could be a long time. He's a very busy man, I'm afraid. Is there anything else you want?
Sergeant, have there been other applicants?
Oh, for this job? No, I don't think so.
Oh, thank you.
Dickinson. Young. Mr. Young.
Oh, we're having a fire at the moment, sir.
A fire?
Moody alarm, I think.
Oh, dear. I'm the fire drill officer.
Peterson.
Well, nobody will know what to do. I'd better get them organised.
And you've got a bleeding big fire engine right up your backside, mate.
Well done.
All right, I'm fine. No problem at all.
I'm glad that stopped.
Emmett.
Thanks very much. Thanks a lot.
Is that White?
Yeah, that's him. Do you want me to bring him over?
Just a little glance.
No.
Cash.
Let things settle down first.
Hey, look.
Gus. Mrs. Ishmael. Have I got that right? Busberg.
It wasn't a false alarm, then?
Oh, my cigar. Have a look at this cleaner's room. Give your eyes a treat.
God, yeah, somebody's had us over.
Yeah, more than you think. Look. Overalls, stocking mask, briefcase.
Oh, very neat. Waiting here for the hue and cry to settle, then get this going and nip out into panic.
Yeah.
Tom, don't let the fire brigade in here, Ted. Get forensic down here double quick and tell Mike I want to see White now.
Yeah, well, if you want someplace quiet, Henshaw said we could use his office.
Come on then.
So you go out of here, turn left down through Tower Hill, and then bear left along the embankment. All the way straight down till you get to Big Ben, remember?
Where?
That's in Parliament Square. Yeah? You go round Parliament Square, and then you turn left off down Whitehall. And there's a woman wall in the middle of the road, so you can't miss it. It's called the Cenotaph, all right?
My camera bag's been stolen.
Yeah, our money, our traveler's checks, they were all in there.
Officer, will I be able to park?
Not unless you want a wheel clamp, sir.
Thanks.
A minute, I don't know, 20 seconds, 30 seconds ago.
No time at
See,
all.
I was taking a picture of the river, and my wife
Sierra
here,
Oscar from
Mrs.
6
Brown,
Yeah, we've
was
just been
holding my
robbed.
equipment bag.
Everything.
See, and these two kids, they came
That's
by.
right.
Sierra Oscar from 600. You're receiving over.
Why do they have to fill these things out themselves? I feel my weakness is I cannot communicate with young children.
Sierra Oscar from 600. Receiving over.
What kind of training means you're going to recommend, Sarge? School crossing?
I think I'll send these on to the girl guides.
Yeah, loud and clear.
June, we need some cars to help search for a suspect on a motorcycle. Over.
Yeah, your location, Jim, over.
Hotel car park, embankment by Tower Bridge. Over.
I think all our units are still engaged in that bloody robbery. See if we can find any other units. I'll take the man down there.
Right, Sarge. Any units in the area Tower Bridge can assist PC Carver, over.
You can't surely believe that.
I don't believe anything at the moment. Other than a robbery's been committed and you're my main suspect.
Mr. Galloway, I've worked for this company for over 40 years. I'm retiring tomorrow. I wouldn't get involved in anything like this. Not at my age, for God's sake.
Tomorrow?
Unofficially, it's my last day. You can't.
Because of the holiday?
The holiday?
Why you're retiring tomorrow?
Yeah, there's partly laid on for me.
Gold watch job, is it?
Yeah.
Loyal service?
Yes.
We'll go through the facts again. And you tell me if I'm wrong, yeah?
Yeah.
2 men, dressed in factory boiler suits, armed with sawn-off shotguns, hide in the gentleman's lavatory. Oh, yes?
So I believe, yeah.
Nobody sees them. Then, at the exact time you take the money out of the safe and put it on the desk, they appear.
Yes, but
Just listen. They didn't hit the place the time the money was on the desk last week, nor the time the money was on the desk the week before. You understand what I'm getting at, don't you?
Yeah, I know it looks suspicious, but you've got it wrong. You're being misled by the facts, not by me.
They weren't misled, though, were they, Mr. White? Inside information. 1 week in 52, when the payroll's doubled, £50,000, you vary your lunch hour. It's convenient, wouldn't you say?
Call from a Mrs. Jenkins in a kiosk in Cartington Street. 2 youths on a motorcycle acting suspiciously. Seem to throw a shoulder bag into the river.
Sierra Oscar from 92. I'm on my way, June.
First suspect dressed in denim jacket, blue and grey striped t-shirt, jeans, and the other one had close-cropped hair.
Let's go on from there. Mike?
Yeah. According to Miss Marsh, one of the raiders smashed the glass panel in the office door. Another pointed a shotgun through the broken panel at you and said, "Don't move." While the first man blindly reached through and turned the key, unlocking the door from the inside.
Stop there. Now, Mr. White, did you notice something unusual about that?
No.
No? Tell him, Mike.
You'd have thought that they'd have tried the door handle. The door might not have been locked. Less noise, less fuss. What do you think?
I don't know. I wouldn't like to comment. I don't know how these people work.
Read on what Miss Marsh has to say.
It seemed they knew about everything. That the door would be locked, that the key would be in the door, and that the money would be there on the desk. They had an air of self-confidence.
Overconfidence, I'd say.
So we can agree there was inside information?
Yeah, it would have been so.
Now we've established that fact in your head, we come to the point that really bothers me. Question I've been holding back purposely. Where did you go at lunchtime today?
I explained. I went to an estate agent.
No, you went to the estate agents 3 days ago. Not today, 3 days ago. Where did you go at lunchtime today?
Engine's gone over the side after one. Look, he's hanging over the bloody bank.
Yeah, well, don't just stand there. Get down there and help him.
Go on. Piss off. Sorting him out, Constable.
Smoke? What about records? Do you keep a record of vehicles that go in and out?
Yeah, it's part of the job. Hold on a minute. Yeah. All vehicles entering since 8 o'clock this morning and the times.
What about people on foot?
Oh, I send them around the main entrance.
What's this here? You've got something crossed out here.
Eh? Oh, that's one what come in by mistake.
What do you mean by mistake?
A red Sherpa van drove in, backed up the loading bay. The driver come over with an invoice. He'd made a mistake. Wrong firm, that's all. No, you don't think...
Come on, Tom, for God's sake. Right, one red to single a black sitting right over the middle pocket.
Yeah.
I hope you realise that.
Yeah, meanwhile, one of my lads is chasing a suspect along that bank.
Can't you control crime when you're manner? 42 break, that's what I had.
Should have thought of it after all those years of skiving. You'd be pleased to do a bit of proper police work.
Cyril! You think this game's all beer and skittles, don't you?
Yeah, beer and snooker. You know, the only difference between your mob and these pleasure boats is they have to declare their profits.
Well, you never know. They might just be stupid enough to use their own van.
Yeah, not the way they've planned this so far. Yes, Joe?
Yeah, licence plates registered to... Are you ready for this?
A tractor in Hampshire?
First, it was the estate agents. Now you remember you went for a stroll in the park, browsing through books in a newsagent's. Come on, what do you take me for?
I was confused.
My arse. You may think this is some kind of game, but don't kid yourself. If you don't start coming up with some satisfactory answers, you're looking at 10 years in the nick at least, sunshine.
I don't understand. I haven't done anything.
Stop lying! Now, you're hiding something. I don't know what it is, but every time you open your mouth, you're dropping yourself further in it.
Yes, but
You're making things up as you go along, and you're not even clever at it.
Pathetic.
I could pull in a 5-year-old off the street that'd put up a better story than you. Yes.
Clever work.
I don't believe this is happening to me.
So that's how they came in?
Yep. 3 minutes past 1. The gateman logged it on the vehicle sheet. Now it fits. Spot on.
Empty factory, everybody at lunch. It's got to be an inside man.
What next then?
We'll go back to the Nick, put our heads together. Friend of yours? I'm not happy about this lot. I think we might have missed something.
And wait?
I don't know. There's something that worries me about him. We'll take him back with us. He's messing me about, so let the bastard sweat. See if what he's hiding is worth being dragged into the Nick for. There they are. Over there. Jim? Jim? You all right? Gosh. All right, got him? Yeah.
Because there was that drugs thing at Greenwich.
Oh, yes, of course. He was at Deptford too, wasn't he?
That was before his divorce came through. Oh. And after that aggro with a bird in the laundry.
Stitched him up good.
See you, Sam. I've got to make myself
nice
scarce.
Give my regards to your dad.
I will.
Oh, just caught you. Do you know Lockhart's?
Cigarette warehouse, Wolf Road, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's well, the security officer there is a Mr. King, and he wants to see a woman police officer.
Does he now?
Says he might have something for you.
Sounds like a proposition.
Oh, you should be.
So you're refusing to have your fingerprints taken, are you?
I didn't say I was refusing, did I? I just stuck my fingers up. That's all.
Very nice.
20 minutes, yeah?
All right, I'll put him somewhere else for the time. Come on.
I'll send your PC down from the canteen.
Don't worry, Sarge.
Oh. Sorry. Well, you'll just have to be patient, Mr. White. This way. Oh, Nick, you doing anything?
Right up your street.
I'd like to report it, John. It's a nice job. But I've
Now,
been
that's a lot
straight
of
to the
problems.
stretch.
Stick to the specifics, well, come
You're
on.
about as straight as a 9-bob note.
No. Being one guest.
What about the cannabis under your bed?
Hey, leave it. What cannabis?
What's taking you so long?
Every room in the Nick's occupied.
Well, where is he?
In the corridor downstairs. PC Shaw's with him. What do you do for the moment?
Do you need me anymore, Guff? I can easily hand these bits and pieces over to somebody else.
You were first on the scene of the crime, Tom. I can't let you go at the moment. I need you.
Didn't know you cared.
I don't. You're the only one that can tell me if I've missed something.
So tell us what you got then. Right. And that's it. Well, then there is Miss Marsh, the bird with the big, spectacles.
Oh, it has to be wet. It's a nice little nest egg, 30, 50 grand or whatever.
Besides everything else, if somebody hits you for real with a shotgun, it's going to do more damage than a graze on the forehead.
What do you think, Guff? Straight.
White doesn't fit.
I don't know how you can think like that.
He's the weak link. If I were the villains and he was on the team, he'd really bother me. I'd be frightened he'd grass under the slightest pressure. Ted, go back to the factory and get a staff list. Give it to Tom to check out. Names, addresses, the lot. Tom, the search on all red Sherpa vans stolen in the last month. Don might have been nicked right on our doorstep.
Do you want me to collate?
You got it, go to it. Mike, just stay with White. Keep him bubbling. Questions and answers. Don't ease off, wear him down. It'll be for his own good.
Right. When you start interviewing, we've been hearing about?
No, I'll stay with White. Michael end up playing Scrabble with him.
No, Mike needs the experience. Thanks for the confidence. I'm off to pay Mrs. White a visit. Yes, you'll be. What do you want?
Sergeant Christ says there's a young woman waiting to see you in the interview room. About a typist job.
Typist? Little nympho, is she, eh?
She'll have to make an appointment.
Oh, come on, God, that's just what we need.
Yeah, something in the office with a nice tub.
Well, as long as she lives above a pub and lays the odd bet now and again, I don't mind.
She's late for you, Grandad. Be your age.
Excuse me, do you have a toilet I could use?
Yes, it's upstairs, the left-hand corridor. Look, come on, I'll show you.
The woman in the interview room. She's been waiting for ages.
Oh, I see. Listen, go and get a robbery squad some teas. You got any change, Ted?
Not me, pal.
I'll square up with you later.
What are you doing here, then?
I'm hoping to join the police force as a typist.
Oh, yeah.
Inspector Galloway's advertisement in the local paper.
Oh, I see.
Do you know him? Personally?
Yes, you could say that.
Oh, what's he like?
Look, toilet's just down the bottom there on the right.
Please come in. I asked for a woman police officer because of a rather delicate situation. You see, we import and export cigarettes and tobacco on a large scale. Being head of security... Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Martella. Would you like to sit down?
Oh, thanks.
Do you smoke, by the way?
Oh, that's very kind of you.
You see, I am responsible for internal and external security. I made that when I was a prisoner of war in Burma.
Oh, wow.
Just one of those things one hangs on to, you know.
Yes.
Yes, I have 2 security men who work under me, and they are not the brightest individuals.
Mr. King, I don't mean to sound rude, but could you come to the point?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll be brief. One of the company's other lines is to buy in loose cigarettes bearing no brand name, and we package them ourselves for individuals, clubs, etc.
Fancy boxes at fancy prices.
That's it, exactly.
And somebody's been nicking the fags.
Pilfering is a great problem.
Do you have a suspect?
Well, there are 3 girls on that particular packaging section.
Yes.
One, so my security officer tells me, has been pregnant for 13 months.
And it's not a Guinness Book of Records job.
I had a client under the dryers and another one being streets.
So you could have been there?
Yes, I suppose I could have been there.
Who else was in a room at the time? At that time, I honestly don't know.
Come on, Stokes, let's have some answers.
Could possibly be one of the Shaws. Johnny Shaw, you know him, don't you?
Right, so you had time to leave the salon?
Yes.
How much do we owe you, lad?
It's been paid for.
Can I help you?
Mrs. White?
Yes?
Detective Inspector Galloway from Scannell Police Station.
Ah, I thought you might be a policeman. Is it about my husband?
Yeah.
Come in. I've been running all over the place looking for him. Down to the hospital, back at the works. Then they said that he'd gone off with the police. What's happening? How is he?
He's helping us down at the station.
Time's running out for you, make no mistake about it.
But I haven't done anything.
If you haven't done anything, then you're innocent. If you're innocent, you've got nothing to fear. So what were you doing lunchtime between 12:30 and 1:30?
I wasn't mixed up in that robbery, I promise you that.
Mr. White!
Please. Let me rest for a moment, yeah? Please.
You're not helping yourself.
A break, please. 5 minutes, that's all.
A break? You can have a break for the next 10 years, compliments of Her Majesty's service.
Please. I beg you.
Then tell me, Mr. White, of your part in this robbery.
What's the matter with you? You've got a face as long as a fiddle. You know these suspects you've got in the station for this robbery? Yeah. Do any of them work at Enshaws? One of them, yeah. Why? Nothing. Just thought I recognised her face, that's all.
I have a married son, just come back from Canada with his family.
Very nice.
They've given him a job in Mayfair. Promotion, you know. Very clever boy, my son, Tony. Then there's Anne. She's the youngest. She's a nurse in Manila. God knows how she is, though. We hardly ever hear from her. Do you have a family, Mr. Galloway?
Yes. I have a daughter.
He's so proud of their father. Tickled pink.
I can imagine.
And after all the oh, do sit down.
Thank you.
All the frustration we've had this past month buying the bungalow.
Bungalow?
We had planned to stay here when Chalky retired. All our friends are around us, you see. Only Tony's promotion's changed all that.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
Thank you. No, thank you.
It's so important to see your grandchildren grow up, Mr. Galloway. So we're moving down to Farnham to be near them.
It's only natural. Bit pricey, though, isn't it, Farnham? I don't think I could afford to retire there.
A lot of money, I can tell you. It's left us with nothing. But the bungalow's very nice, and it's only a bus ride away. And Tony's going to help us with the deposit, thank goodness.
Difficult time to take a mortgage on for Mr. White at his age. Hard to get, I should think.
That's what we thought has been our biggest worry for weeks now. Then Chalky found out about this scheme specially designed for retiring couples.
What, a mortgage?
60% loan, interest-only basis. Suits us down to the ground. They gave us these forms and said we ought to take out an insurance. Oh, it's so complicated. And the things they want to know, you wouldn't believe half the questions. I think Chalky's been worried to death. I don't think he slept the last 2 nights. Oh, who can that be? Hello? Oh, hello, Hilda. Oh, he's fine. Just a bump on the head, that's all. How did you know about it? No, he's gone down to the police station to help them. No, I don't think so, thank you, Hilda. I will, Hilda, and thank you for ringing. Goodbye. It's been on the local radio. I've been inundated with people calling round.
Yes. I expect you will.
I'll tell you what I think. I think you gave the villains inside information for a cut of the proceeds.
That's not true.
Oh, Mr. White. You should have spent more time putting a credible alibi together.
No!
All right. All right, we'll forget the lunchtime saga. Come back to that in a moment. Let's take the locked office door. Now, by your own admission, you say that that's the first time you ever left the key in the lock.
I don't know. I might have left it there before some other time. I don't know.
That's not what you said 10 minutes ago. Now, will you stop bloody well lying and let's have some truth?
You got me, sir. I don't know what I'm saying. I might have left a key in the door on other occasions. I don't know.
All these little details add up, Mr. White. And together, they'll convict you and you'll go down.
I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't know.
Somebody, please believe me!
Please come in, Mrs. Jones.
Friends. He's on the local British Legion Finance Committee, you know. The neighbours are so good. We shall miss them. That'll be another of them.
Mrs. White, in that case,
Hello. Speaking. Oh, yes, just a minute.
Mrs. White, I've got to be going.
It's for you. Oh, now who can that be?
Yeah? Miss Marsh, could you leave the office for a moment, please? Gov, can I talk?
It shows you.
Yeah,
no
go on.
one's safe these days.
I've just been through White's desk and there's nothing, not a sausage. His diary has hardly got an entry in it, but on his blotter there's a telephone number and a time, nothing else.
You checked on it?
Yeah, the number comes down to a surgery, a Dr. Riley. And the time on the blotter is 12:45. Not bad, eh, Gov?
But is the appointment for today? Good. Play it shrewd, Ted. I'll see you back at the Nick later.
Okay. I won't keep you. Thank you for calling.
You know where I am.
I won't hesitate.
I better go and start the Harry's dinner, I suppose. You know what these men are like when they're doing from the table when they get home.
Bye. Bye-bye. I'll see you tomorrow. And thank you for calling. Dear, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Galloway. Once she starts, there's no stopping her. Oh, Do sit down.
Mrs. White, what I came round here originally for was to tell you that Chalky may be with us for some while. These things take time.
I understand. Anyway, Chalky wouldn't want to leave until he's positive there's nothing more he can do for you. He'd stay all night.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. One last thing. It may seem a little strange, but who's your local doctor? Chalky, that is.
Dr. Riley.
Is he being treated by the doctor for anything at the moment?
Oh, Chalky? Heavens, no. He's as fit as a fiddle.
Fine.
Now think carefully. When you came back from lunch and before you took the money out of the safe, did you go into that toilet?
Perhaps.
Come on, you know whether you went or not.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I might have.
Did you speak to anyone in there? Oh, look, Sarge, I'm right in the middle of this.
They have to take him somewhere else, Mike.
There's no other room available at the moment.
Well, he's a sticker, isn't he?
Yes.
Been booked in, searched, etc., hasn't he?
Yes.
Right, then put him down in the cell for the meanwhile. Nick, you'll need these.
All I'm prepared to tell you is that White is a patient of mine.
You can't tell me any more than that?
Has he been taken ill?
No. Why? Might he have been?
He had an appointment with me at lunchtime. I was held up, unfortunately. He couldn't wait.
What was the appointment for?
As we've established, Mr. Roach, I am his doctor. Has he had an accident?
No.
In that case, there's nothing more to say.
Thanks a lot.
I can't discuss patients' records with anyone outside the medical profession, Mr. Roach. They're confidential. You must know that.
Well, how about some general information, then?
Sorry, I do have patients waiting. Only a judge in court can compel me to give you that information, Mr. Roach.
I don't think that'll be necessary.
Hey, how long will I be in here?
That depends on you. Sit and have a think about it.
Oh, sorry. Listen, thanks very much for getting me in so quickly. I hope I didn't upset things.
Oh, that's all right, Sergeant. Like to help if we can.
Yeah, cheers. Look, if that's Henry White's prescription, I might as well take it back with me, eh?
Oh, that's very nice of you. He was going to call back after work.
Yeah, we'll save the old boy a journey, eh?
Pity he couldn't wait earlier.
Yeah.
Still, never mind. Tell him to start on the new tablets right away. Let's hope they suit him.
Yeah, sure.
Comes in with a cushion, goes out with the cigarettes in the,
Nifty, eh, Sarge?
Now, start counting.
What, every fag?
Everyone.
Can't we settle for a couple of 2 cigarettes? Think where they've been.
Everyone. Cheers, Mike. Okay.
How about these dashes? Turn you on, would they?
Depends who's in them.
Oh.
I suppose I saw running around in a pair like that with Stanley Matthews.
Excuse me. Is that prescription ready yet?
It won't be long.
Oh, Mike. Might you put this in the book for us, would you?
You must be joking.
Mind your backs, please, gentlemen. Hey, what's this? Where'd you get that from?
It fell off the back of a lorry, Sarge.
Fell off the back of a lorry? Yeah, tell that to the CID. Go on. They'll have you on a charge before you can say shepherd's pie.
No, I was directing traffic and a lorry went across the junction with a load of these hanging up in the back.
Oh, I've never had that luck.
Well, it nearly clobbered me, Sarge.
Oh, did you get the vehicle registration of the lorry?
No, but I got the name of the company. Their head office is in Smithfield.
Oh, good man. You can give them a ring then, can't you?
Right, thanks, Sarge.
Where do you think you're going now?
To the front office.
You're not going in the front office with that.
What am I going to do with it, Sarge?
Well, firstly, you're going to go into the parade room with it. Then if the people who own it take a long time getting there, you're going to go up to the canteen and see if you can put it in their freezer. Right?
Yes, dear, try the lost property office at the local bus station. Yeah, try there first. Thank you. Bye.
Do me a favour.
Leave her alone, you adventurous old bugger.
You mind your own business.
Yeah, we'll get the money off him first.
Can you give us the telephone numbers and codes?
Hello, you're not still here, are you?
Sarge, I'll take Brownlow.
Hasn't he seen you yet?
You get on there. You dial 142 for
When do you...
Mr. White.
Excuse me. These tablets, what are they for?
You're not Mr. White?
No, I'm not, no.
You're just picking them up for him?
Yeah, that's right. You're a friend of the family. Only we're very worried about him.
No need to be. As long as he looks after himself. It's common enough with the elderly.
So what is it then? What waterworks or something? What?
No, nothing like that.
I'll have to summons the driver for insecure load.
if I can get hold of him.
Well, it's a pity you didn't get the registration number of the lorry off the company. Then I could have circulated it, had the driver come back straight away.
He's got 32 deliveries. Somebody else from the depot's coming out to collect it, but they don't know when.
What are you going to do with it then?
Take it up to the canteen, let them stick it in a freezer.
What's the matter?
I don't believe it.
Believe what?
Somebody's nicked a leg off my lamb.
Would DI Galloway please contact DI Gordon, robbery squad, on Sunhill Extension 29, urgently, over. Inspector Galloway, did you receive that last transmission? Over.
What are you doing here, mister?
Who wants to know?
Your old Bill. My mates say your old Bill.
What do you think?
Nah. Can smell 'em a mile off.
Yeah.
My brother got stitched up by the Bill. Got 6 months.
What for?
Doing up with Packy and the newsagents.
Was he at it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Haven't touched your flaming lamb. Maybe it had a leg missing when you brought it in.
Yeah, and maybe it didn't. I don't think it's funny.
Well, don't look at me then. Have you tried Sergeant Roach? He looked like he could eat an horse last time I saw him.
Where's thou been? I've had to know some of your calls.
Well, I've been stuck in charge room while Mike Dashwood had a go at a suspect. I always thought you were a nice bloke. Is he Ellison like?
What suspect?
White, wages clerk from Brolly factory.
Robbery?
He almost had me put my hands up to the job. I suppose he's trying to prove he can interrogate as hard as Galloway.
Well, the squad got in there.
What are you talking about?
What does he look like?
What, White?
Yes.
Well, an old grey-haired geezer, White.
Well, who's the bloke the robbery squad have got in the CID office then?
You what?
This lamb's only got one leg, that's all. Do you want me to take it or not?
Sounds stupid to me.
Different joint altogether, leg and shoulder.
Fellas, you've really done a great
Oh,
job.
You're very well.
You
really
well.
Now you take care now.
Thank you, man.
Bye.
Take care, fellas.
Have a good smoke.
Oh, I gotta get some grub inside me. Can I leave that with you?
Yeah. The district surgeon will have to examine him first, then he can have his tablet.
Don't forget to give Tom Penny that list. Tell him to check on the employees with CRO and anything else he can find.
You can give us a line on this phone, will you?
And if you want me...
You'll be in the pub.
I'm not that predictable, am I?
No, not you, sir.
Yeah.
I don't want to sling those two villains out until I've seen your governor. I've been trying to get him on here to put him in the picture.
Oh, well, it won't be long. He'll know where to find us.
Yes, can I speak to Dr. Grimshaw, please?
No, I'm sorry. I'm afraid the doctor's out and calling.
All right, can I leave a message for him then, please?
But it's very funny, you son.
Sure is. Oi, come here. Where'd you two get those things?
Show of appreciation. How'd the breakfast? Hands across the sea, all that. It was a nice gesture, eh, son?
Yeah, it certainly is, but you two should know better than to accept gifts without authority. Anyway, stanch your growth. Go on your way.
Sorry, love.
Have you seen this place, June?
What's that, Sarge?
Oh, it's getting like a tip again. Is this your shopping?
Shopping? Oh.
Why we bother to give people lockers, I'll never know.
Well, it's not mine, Sarge. I haven't been out all day.
There you are. Wrap your lips around then.
Thanks a lot.
Better put your hand in your pocket again, Ted.
Oh, get him a small single room.
Large double, Ted.
Well, that's going to knock up the old incidentals, eh?
Any luck?
I was thinking of sticking the two I've got in now. When I do, give them a run. That's what I wanted to see you about.
You're wasting your time, the witnesses we've seen.
How about what? Anything?
Where's the rest of your team?
Turning over a few more faces.
Cheers, Ted.
Cheers.
Well, who's in the chair, then?
That's better.
Oh, do you want a drink?
Oh, sorry, mate, I didn't see you there.
That's all right. I'll get my own this time. I want some fags, anyway.
Well? Oh, White had an appointment to see his doctor about getting some new tablets.
What's wrong with him?
Angina pectoris. Some sort of heart trouble. Although why he would want to keep that a secret from us, I have no idea.
I think he's innocent.
This is going to take months. Galloway doesn't realise what he's asked me to do.
You want to bet?
We're all too cynical. Let's say White is as straight as a die. Never done anything wrong in his life.
What? Whiter than white?
He doesn't want to jeopardise the plans that he and his wife have made.
What plans?
That I've been to his house, talked to his wife. They're buying a bungalow. White's son wants his parents to be close by, see their grandchildren grow up. Is this hypothetical? Oh, look, let's resume this back and I'm in the mood for community. Come on, Sam. Happy birthday to you.
Ready to talk?
Yes?
Tell Mr. Galloway, I'd like to make a statement.
With the grandchildren and Look, I don't give a toss about his grandchildren. Just reasons why he's not involved. Everything's stacked against him.
Ted, you like the man to be guilty because you want to be proved right. John wants White involved because he's running out of suspects and he sees him as the only lead to the victims.
Go on, spell it out.
I agree with you. White has all the classic motives of an inside man.
Oh, come on, with all due respect, God, let's face it, you
Hang
are
on a minute,
waffling.
mate. Cheers. Want to go in there?
You are waffling.
Look, this whole charade started with one question on an insurance form to do with his mortgage.
The bungalow he's buying.
Yes. The question says, are you at present on any form of medical treatment? Now, if White tells the truth and puts a yes in that little box, chances are he won't get his insurance. Then, when he dies, his wife will be in lumber. She could lose the house. Now, he doesn't want his wife to know anything about that. It could spoil things for her.
She must know he's ill.
Ted, she does not.
Well, my old lady had sent something. Couldn't keep a secret like that from her. Hey, do you remember that Paris strip? She sussed that quick
Look,
enough.
hang on a minute. Let me finish, will you? Look, for the first time in his life, White decides to lie. Fate moves against him. We move him because of the robbery at the factory, and then he starts lying to us as well as his wife.
Oh, bollocks!
Look, John, that bloke is not a villain, I'm sure of it!
What about attempted fraud in the insurance company?
What attempted fraud? That piece of paper's still on the mantelpiece. Only hasn't had a bottle to send it.
It's a bit feeble.
Look, Ted, if you lied, you would not give a shit. White lied because his future depended upon it. That's why he's been stewing all this time.
Can't buy that.
That's what made him seem so sussy.
Look, if anything, you strengthen the case against him. The share of the robbery would solve all his problems.
There's your motive. He needs money.
I'd stick him on the sheet, give it a run.
I mean, that graze in his forehead doesn't fool anybody. Is that right, Mike?
Well, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, come on.
Can I say something? Look, when I'm scratching around, trying to get evidence to prove a man's innocent, then I know there's got to be something wrong.
You're making a mistake.
Maybe, but I'm kicking him out.
I hate to disillusion you, Gov, but White's ready to talk.
There you are, what'd I tell you?
Where is he?
He's in cell 4.
It had to be him. Yeah. On the day Henshaw had his biggest payroll in the safe, White changes his lunch hour so that only him and the girl are in the office.
Yeah. With a bit of luck, if he comes up with some names, we might get an early night.
Yeah, well, that'd be a relief.
How about the sorry person?
Where, page 3?
A small bore. A couple of our lads lifted to Class A.
Wrong end of the rag for me.
2 cards, 25, 50 and 100.
Mr. White.
Great.
Mr. White. Mr. White?
Sarge, something's been bothering me.
Can't you see I'm busy? Come on, shut the door. Well?
The robbery squad have got a suspect in called Stokes.
So?
Well, I'm sure I saw him at Enshaw's when we were evacuating the place.
Stokes, you know you're upsetting the system. I haven't even indexed under S yet.
Well, I didn't mention it before.
It's going to be Adams or Andrews or something.
I thought he was one of the staff.
Stokes, I know that name. Let's try cross-reference.
It was dressed different then, but I'd swear it was the same bloke.
Stokes, see Marsh. Marsh, Vera, staff number, blah, 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 blah. She's a wages clerk. I should be married twice. First married to Jeremy Stokes. Got it. Jeremy Stokes, here it is. Jeremy Stokes, brother of Archie Stokes. Hey! Convictions for robbery, handling stolen goods, and assault. Suspected of arranging wage snatches in London and the home counties. Come on. Follow. You'll never guess what we just got.
No, not that, Tom.
Gov, I think Yorkie's cracked it.
No, it just seems to be a vendetta against the one family.
Any description?
Well, he's a skinhead. He's about 15 years old and he's got tattoos. And they think he attends Edward Elgar Comprehensive. OK, then I'll hold on.
Thanks very much. Much obliged.
What's that?
Euston, I've gone home for the weekend. You know, it's odd. The intercity sailor is only £4 more expensive than the ordinary single. It's daft.
Do you mean you were ringing the railway station?
Yeah.
What do you think that is? Public phone box?
Sorry, sir.
No, there's a customer due in seat already. What's the 728 for?
Need to know.
She's
Huh?
claiming a new skirt.
Oh, yeah. Ripped in the course of duty.
What was his name?
Barbed wire, if you're interested.
Sounds like
Hey, Charles, we come
I'll
and
get
see
onto
those.
it right away. Thanks, Jack.
Thanks very much.
Leave him for me.
Governor wants to see you. What's the good news?
Don't bother to smile.
What's all that about?
Bomb hoaxes. They did the town hall again yesterday. Whirly plays golf with the chief executive, didn't he?
What, Galloway?
Super, you Wally.
Oh, I see.
Still done up for your nephew's christening, Tef?
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't know they went in for that sort of thing in the Welsh Orthodox.
They're not making you a godfather, are they?
And what, like Marlon Brando? No, of course you know the real reason he's going down there, don't you? Mary Evans.
George.
Yeah, well, it's all the same thing, innit? it? Touchy old OTS.
Oh, look, I'll find a brick wall to talk to, will you? Sunhill Police Station. No. Wood Close Primary, that's in Pound Place, isn't it? All right, well, I'll try and get somebody down there as soon as possible, Mr. Davis. All right, bye-bye. Wood Close Primary, that's not on your patch, is it, Yorkie?
No. Oh, come on. Make him wait all bloody day. Looks like the staff up at Edward Elgar's playing truant and all. Why do you ask, Taff?
I was the headmaster.
What, Mr. Davis?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I did meet love your local Bobby and don't talk to strangers Acts a couple of months back. He's a nice old buffer. Perhaps he wants an encore.
Joan, can you pop down to Wood Close Primary for me?
Oh, is this a conspiracy or something?
Intent to deprive you of your skirt.
No, look, there's a kid gone missing. They're worried about her.
I shouldn't think they've even finished prayers yet.
I want an observation on that phone box, Roy.
An oboe? But sir,
It's
that's
been
just-
going on for a month now.
Yes, sir, but what hoax is going to come back to the same call box unless he's an idiot?
Somebody who finds it amusing to bring the town hall to a standstill probably is an idiot. Besides, the last 2 phone calls did come from them.
Will that be all, sir?
Yes, thank you, Roy.
What did he want?
Action on the town hall bomb hoaxes.
Oh, yes. I've discovered something quite interesting about that.
What, are the lamb and flag?
No, Toby's wine bar, actually. No, listen. Remember that spate of hoaxes about 3 months back? To the local rag, to the funeral parlour and that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were all to members of the local council.
So what's new?
Who voted in camera against sacking the chief executive.
Come off it, Ted. What are you suggesting, a communist plot?
Or ratepayers' revolt.
Well, this could be your big moment.
What do you mean?
Catch the subversive red-handed. Sue wants someone to watch the Surrey Street call box. You better ring through, see if the Obbo van's available. And go easy on the Scotch, you might have to see straight.
Ha ha ha.
Thank you for coming so promptly. My name is Davis, by the way. You're,
WPC Ackland.
I've got the mother in my office. It's really very lucky the child had left a lunchbox at home, otherwise we might have known nothing about it.
Well, she hasn't ever skipped school before.
No, she hasn't. Up this way.
Oh, sorry.
Well, to be quite frank, there are one or two I wouldn't be particularly worried about. We do have our fair share of truancy, even at this age. But Samantha, she isn't that type. Mother's a nice woman.
Well, what about the father?
No, I don't know him so well. He doesn't come to the school very often. He's a West Indian, bus driver.
Any other children?
No, no.
Iron rations.
I'm sure you'll manage to survive. They probably will die of boredom, Carver. Looks like the governor's got it in for you more than usual.
The thought did cross my mind. Actually, the super had him on the carpet. Never grown up, have you, Jimmy?
I never said a word. Oh. Nothing like travelling incognito, is there?
And I get the impression someone is leaning on him.
Leaning on the super?
I don't know. Here, take these, will you? Council politics. Like Watergates.
Yeah. Comfortable, boys?
Piss off.
She hasn't said anything about bullying, anything of that sort.
No.
I'm sorry to have to ask you this, but has there been anything at home that could have upset her?
How do you mean?
Well, it's just if someone had been cross with her.
No.
Or if there'd been any kind of trouble between you and your husband.
No.
No?
I really think I should be getting back, if you don't mind. I phoned the bus station for my husband to come home and he might have... And Sammy might...
Yes, yes, of course. Look, I'll pop in later on if that's all right. Pick up a photograph.
Crisp.
What flavour are they?
Can't see.
Can't you tell by the taste?
No.
Have a nice day.
Get stuffed.
All units from Sierra Oscar. Missing since 8:30 this morning is an 8-year-old girl. She's half West Indian, a hair tied back, wearing a pale blue anorak, green tartan skirt and white socks, and answers to the name of Samantha Welsh. She's about 3 feet 6 inches tall and was last seen at her home 75 at 75 Elizabeth Garrett Anderson block on the Riverdale estate, leaving to go to Wood Close Primary Pound Place, Sierra Oscar out.
Skiving off school. God, this thing's filthy. Flick the wipers, will you? So, when does our phantom caller normally strike, then?
Between noon and 4:30.
You better go easy on those things. You reckon it could be school kids, then?
Well,
Samantha has tended to be slapdash in her written work this term. Should spend less time dreaming.
Any reason for the dreaming?
No, there's nothing evident. And children do go through phases, you know.
I see here it says she has some problems with relationships within the group.
Well, that'll be Miss Horrocks. It probably means that she doesn't talk in class.
Does she seem lonely?
Well, she has struck up this friendship with Teresa this term. It's an odd alliance. Irish family, one of 8. Well, you'll see what I mean in a moment. Of course, we have already asked all the children if anyone has seen her today. Yes? Come.
I'll leave her with you, if I may. It's art.
Thank you, Miss Horrocks. Right. Come and sit down, Teresa. Nothing to be frightened of. Police lady just wants to ask you one or two questions, that's all.
I ain't done nothing.
Oh, I didn't think you had. I just want you to tell me a bit about Samantha. Well, Mr. Davies says that you always go home together.
Yes.
Hmm? When you're on your way home, do you ever go anywhere? Don't go to the playground, park, anywhere like that? Do you have anywhere secret? When you've been with Samantha, has anyone ever come up and talked to you? Offered you sweets? Anything like that? Hmm?
I think there's a possibility that Samantha might have gone off or something.
Well, we have to consider it, that's all. I shouldn't worry, it's 1 in a million. It's just if we should hear of anybody hanging about.
Yes, yes, of course. Now then, she gave you her address.
Yes, yes. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Cheerio. I've come to pick up the photograph.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to come in a sec? I'll go and get it. Yeah, that was taken from her first term at close. Oh, I've got some more recent. This is the source. Didn't put it out because she wasn't smiling. It's a good likeness, though.
Do you think I might have a full-length one, too? You'll get them back. Yeah. Thanks. Is there a phone nearby that you can use to call us if she turns up here?
There's a phone box in the flats. Would you like a cup of tea?
No, thanks. I want to get back to the station, write up my report. Your husband will be back soon, won't he? Can you get me B14? Yep. That one there. WPC Ackland from Sierra Oscar here. Can you do me a juvenile check, please? The surname is Welsh. Date of birth 5/5/77. And the address 75 Elizabeth Garrett Anderson House.
Yes,
Riverdale Estate, London E1. Yeah, she's gone missing. That's the reason for my
Something
check.
up? Yeah, June's got a misper. Little
Thank
girl
you.
from Woodclose Primary. Been gone about 2.5 hours.
No trace.
Keep me posted, Tom.
Thanks anyway, much obliged. Bye.
Tell Muswell to get over to Binney Street, make some inquiries.
Right, Sarge. 210 from Sierra Oscar. Are you receiving? Over.
210 to Sierra Oscar receiving. Go ahead, over. Reed and Miss Spur reported earlier. Can you go to Binney Street to make local inquiries?
I need a slash.
She's wearing a blue anorak, green tartan skirt and white socks.
Guess who's coming?
A mystery voice?
Lovely
No,
Rita.
it's a London accent. Sierra Oscar over.
Perhaps we could invite her in. Share your pork pie.
You ever stop thinking about sex?
Do you ever stop thinking about your stomach?
Oh, funny.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Just making inquiries about a little girl who's gone missing this morning.
She's on her way back. 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Mean cow. Now?
No, wait. Now! Got her!
Yeah, she's supposed to be meeting me at Bangor Station, then driving me on the Glam Paris. If she makes it, that is. She's bought herself this old banger. It's having problems overheating. Oh, stuff it.
You've not seen him in school all term. Mind you, you don't see him all that bothered.
What about the juvenile?
First thing I did, Sarge.
Yeah, but we're supposed to be going out for this meal with her parents.
Oh, what's as serious as that, is it? Now, look, you want to be careful with that, otherwise it's going to be those wedding bells before you know where you are.
But I only see her once in a blue moon.
Oh, yeah, but now you know what they say, don't you?
But what sort of harassment? Well, turds through the letterbox. The latest thing's slashing their tyres.
Have you had a word with the parents?
No, I thought about the education welfare.
No, if we get around to it. No, have you had a word with the parents? Because I think the best thing would have a word with the dad. Because if the boy is under right, the decision was school this morning, you wouldn't have to come near that.
Right, cheer up. Excuse me, I've got
I'll come round. Sarge, there's nobody using the interview room, is there?
No, go ahead.
It's back the way you
Oh.
came. Straight on. Take a seat. Right. What seems to be the problem?
I'm afraid Teresa hasn't told you everything. She thought it might be a sin.
And you were with Samantha when you saw this man? But you didn't tell anybody about it? Well, nobody at all? Not even your mum?
No.
Can you tell me what the man looked like? Look, my love, Samantha's your friend, isn't she?
Yes.
Well, I want you to think very hard, because we want to try and find her, don't we?
Right.
Tom, what's the score on this missing kid? I've just had the local hack onto me.
June's in the interview room now with the headmaster and some kid.
I thought I told you to keep me posted.
What, older than Mr. Davis?
No.
Now, did he say anything to you when you saw him? Nothing at all. Can you remember anything?
Male, about 70. Grey hair, bit thin on top. Glasses, NHS. About 5'8", I'd say. Short, weatherproof jacket. French poodle.
What?
He's got a French poodle with him. Hasn't got one of those haircuts, though. Yeah, I'd say it's getting on a bit, too.
God's sake.
For God's sake, what? Identification would be a bloody sight easier if all villains were dog owners. You know what I think? I think
Sierra Oscar 6, Sierra Oscar 6 from Sierra Oscar, receiving, over.
Receiving, Taffy, over.
Return to the station with your vehicle and contact DI Galloway as soon as possible. Sierra Oscar, over.
Thanks, Taffy. Out. Hear that? We're being released.
We're having to treat this misper as an abduction, which means you're all going to have to stay on this afternoon
and assist in the inquiries. Bob, I'd like you and Martella to do house-to-house inquiries in the flats. Hollis and Carver, I want you to search the grounds. All sheds, basements, boiler rooms, dumps, etc. Littleton and Muswell, I want you to search the timber yard which is adjacent to the block of flats. Ackland, I want you to liaise with the parents, find out if this kid mentioned anything about a flasher.
Well, don't you think Mrs. Welsh would have told me?
It's still necessary to put him in the picture.
Here. She'll turn up. You'll be on that night train, don't worry.
Don't have many night trains these days.
It's all overtime anyway.
Right, Reg, you and Jimmy, you take the other panda, all right? If you money, we're going to bus.
Where's Mike?
Taking a leak.
This missing kid could be serious.
Did he strike,
friend,
Gov?
What?
This elusive hoaxer. We did see this bloke with a poodle.
Mike. What? Shut up.
We're looking for a flasher. So I want you to check out any sex offenders in the area that match up to that description, all right?
Okay. You call this a description?
It's a kid. She was frightened at the time anyway.
There's a dump round the back. We'll start there.
House to house, they call it. Wonder if the lifts work.
You better add. Well, enough of stairs for one day.
Chrissy, don't be like that.
Well, of the 5 possibles, 3 are inside.
I've got to go anyway. Work. Look, I'll ring you as soon as I can. Okay. Bye.
Trouble? Well, there we are. Only 2. 1 rape of juvenile and 1 indecencies.
Well, I suppose we better go and find them.
Yep.
Oh, Saffron. I'm sorry. Is there any notes?
No, it's just really to keep you in the picture.
Oh, yes, of course.
May I come in?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Is your husband back yet?
Yeah, he's in the lounge. Please go through.
Ah, Mr. Welsh. I'm WPC Ackland.
I see you have a search party.
Do you smoke?
No, thanks. I hope you don't mind. I need to have a bit more of a chat about Samantha.
Terence Lowe, 1 Bell Walk, 37 years old, raped a 12-year-old girl. Life. Released 26th of the 4th. Some bloody shrink, I expect.
We're just checking up on him, Mike, that's all.
It's a bit upmarket. What's he do for a living?
He's only been out a month. Oh, very Greenham, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think he's gone away somewhere.
Any idea where?
He didn't say.
touching up a bit, are we? Do
I like to keep things looking nice.
Looks great from here. Do you know when he went?
Yesterday or today, I'm not sure. He asked me to cancel the milk.
Oh, nice to have a caring neighbour.
Mike, put her down.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And she hasn't mentioned any worries, anything that could have upset her. Mr. Davis did say that her work had slipped a bit recently. Do you have any idea why?
That's that Teresa. You know, I'll try to keep her away, but you can't. You know, not when they're in school anyhow. And she even gave her knits.
What about her other school friends? Did she ever go anywhere with them?
Oh, no, she always comes straight home.
Mr. Welsh, what about places she might have been to with you?
Well, we don't go to a lot of places. No, not really. Damon takes her out once in a while. And on the buses and the swimming baths. Oh, we went to Panto, Stratford, last Christmas. Yeah, we all three went.
Did you go anywhere particular on the buses?
Usual places.
Or like?
Zoo,
Yeah.
museums, Colisar.
Yeah, but it wasn't recent.
I know you're both naturally very anxious. And I don't want you to jump to conclusions. But we are having to consider every kind of possibility, however slight.
Yes, but would you bother to cancel the milk?
I haven't got a milkman.
Ah. Better put out a bulletin for him anyway. Well, keep your mind on the job, you horny bastard. Sorry, mate.
And you watch the bloody road.
Where's the next one?
Right.
Sierra Oscar 5 to Sierra Oscar. Receiving over.
That's clear, Mike. Over.
Will you get the collator to put out a bulletin for the whereabouts of Terence Lowe?
Has Samantha ever mentioned a man to you?
What kind of man?
We've had a statement from one of the children that a man exposed himself to her and Samantha. Now, it could well be unconnected, but we are having to consider all the possibilities.
You keep saying that.
I'm sorry.
They're in a rubbish dump now.
Please don't.
Why? That's where they're looking.
It's normal procedure.
For you, maybe.
Well, if it is Hammond, she'll be in luck.
Why?
Because he wouldn't hurt to fly.
Oh, no, just gets little girls.
I said hurt. Anyway, he's been out nearly 2 years.
Well, what's that supposed to prove?
It's the one with the flowers.
Well, how...
I nicked him.
You've given him a council place.
He lives with his mother.
How nice.
Mrs. Hammond.
Yes?
Detective Sergeant Roach from Sunhill Police Station. This is Detective Constable Dashwood.
What's he done?
Well, most likely nothing. Could we just have a word with him? Is he in?
No, he's out. He's at work. He's got a job.
Ah, well, can you tell us where that is, please?
And he's only been there a few weeks.
Don't worry, madam. We won't cause him any trouble.
It's the cab garage in St. Olaf's Street.
Thank you very much, madam. Just one more thing. Can you tell me what time he left for work this morning?
8:15.
What time did he get here then?
9:15. What's he done then? Robbed a bank? Anyway, you'll find him in there.
Ah, cheers, mate.
Right on, mate.
Derek in? Derek?
Do you mind if I have a look in our room before I go?
Normal procedure?
Yes. Yes, as a matter of fact. Please, Mr. Welsh, I promise you, abduction is only one of the possibilities.
Abduction?
It's just as likely she's taken herself off somewhere.
Can't you leave us alone?
Damon.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
I do understand.
It's the next
a very
room.
tense time for you.
A bedroom.
Oh.
Benjamin Bunny.
What happened to his ear? Mr. McGregor get him?
She chews it. I'm sorry if I...
It's all right, no problem.
My wife is always apologizing for me.
So they cut his out?
It's meant to be St. Catherine's Dock last year. I promised to take her again, but...
What about the picture of you and her? Where was that taken?
Margate.
Last summer? Did your wife take it?
No. A photographer on the front. My wife was in hospital. You know, women's things.
But she's okay now?
Yes. Perfectly all right.
It's nothing to do with me. Just because I've got the previous. I haven't touched a kid since I've been out.
Mike, I think we need a cup of tea.
What?
Get us a cup of tea. Sugar? One with, one without. Listen, my friend, we are not trying to nail you. We are trying to eliminate you from our inquiries. For your sake as well as ours. Listen, with a thing like this and your record, people are bound to point the finger. Eh? Now, all I want to know is what you were doing between 8:15 and 9:15 this morning, then you're free to go.
You're not going to keep me here?
I don't want to have to.
Stage. And of course, we'll be in touch as soon as we have any news.
Okay, thank you.
Goodbye.
Well, it looks as though June Ackland's been doing her stuff. Have you contacted Margate?
Yes, sir. I've also sent a couple of officers down to St. Catherine's Dock. Most of the rest was covered anyway.
What's the score on Terence Lowe?
Nothing apart from the neighbour. She says it's the first time he's been away. Apart from the last 6 years, of course. We've put out a bulletin to all local stations.
Well, get him on the national computer. What about this fellow they got downstairs?
Roach is talking to him now.
Press?
The press bureau's got a complete update.
Local radio, TV?
Not yet.
Well, get onto that, will you? Have you contacted the DSU and SPG units?
No, sir.
Right, I'll do that now. Oh, damn. Chief Superintendent Brownlow? Oh, hello, George. What is it this time? Oh, no, not again. Look, George, we are doing our best. I'm sorry, what? Look, George, I'm rather up to my eyes in things at the moment, all right?
Another town hall bomb hoaxer?
No, not the town hall this time. Turkish baths. Seems they caught the leader of the council in the middle of his Thursday afternoon steam. Hello, could I have the controller, SPG, please?
My father brought her in last year. Talk about clutching at straws. Do you reckon they'll bring the diving team in?
Sooner or later, yeah.
I reckon leave will be cancelled tomorrow too if we don't find her.
What if you tell them it's a christening?
No, I wouldn't feel right.
Oyster. Bloody hell. You've got enough there to feed an army.
All that fresh air.
It's not a bleeding Sunday school outing, you know. That kid could be dead.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. Drink?
No, sir, thank you. Not on duty.
Plenty more. Downstairs.
I'm making inquiries about a child who went missing this morning. Little girl, wearing a blue anorak.
Relation of yours?
I wondered whether you might have seen her.
Who?
This little girl.
Very muzzy. No sealage.
Not as young as I was. Wearing a tartan skirt, wasn't she?
Sorry, sir?
That little girl, you booby. Black watch. Mile regiment. An awful lot of people seem to wear it. These.
Anyone sitting here? That's all right, don't mind me. I'll have to catch up with you. So. An hard day, have you?
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, they got a bloke helping him with inquiries.
Big deal.
How do they take it?
What, the parents? It's awful. They're so screwed up.
Hardly surprising in the circumstances.
Maybe. She'd been crying.
They told you?
Yeah, I found her hanky.
Oh, perhaps you should be in a CID. Joel Galloway?
Now, you remember she was wearing a black watch, tartan skirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you saw her this morning?
Isn't it tomorrow yet?
No, not quite. Now, did you see her this morning?
Yes, I keep telling everyone.
Good. Was she with anyone?
Nothing to drink.
Coffee. Here we are. Now, come on. Get this down, yeah? It'll do you good. There. Now listen. This is very important. This child's life could be in danger.
Can't I have a drink?
No! Only coffee. Now, please. You must be able to remember. Was the child on her own? Or was she with somebody?
I'm not sure. She was. It was this woman who... Spotted coat, like a leopard or something. Have you brought me a drink?
Morning, sir. Right. Here's St Catherine's Dock. Right. We're just a stone's throw away. That was the last place they were seen. Right. I want this ground covered thoroughly. Right, sir. I'm interested in any piece of clothing, anything at all that will give us a lead, yeah?
Okay, right, sir, thank you.
Right. Step in behind you. You're fine. Well.
Okay.
Good sleep?
About 2 hours. How's our legless friend?
Bit better by the time I let him go. Be careful, Ted. Here but for the grace of God.
Does he still say he saw the kid with a woman?
Got a description as well.
You know, something that strikes me as very odd that neither of the little girls told their parents or anyone.
Okay. Yes, officer.
It's about a little girl who was in this area about this time yesterday, and we wondered whether you might have seen her.
No, I can't honestly say so.
Sorry to delay you, sir. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
latrine was nicked.
You wouldn't have known.
Now, why is that, Pete?
Black watch tartan skirt, white socks, and brown sandal-type shoes. If anyone has any information, can they please contact the incident room at Sun Hill Police Station?
Hello, Sun and Incident Room.
I have. Yeah, sort of sunshine.
Hello, Roy.
Yeah, I'm with you. Right.
No, she's at the Welsh flat.
Yeah, like trainers, is it, for the strike?
Yeah, I told her not to be too long.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, of course I will. Yeah, I'll tell her as soon as she gets in.
Yeah, I've got that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, bye.
Thanks.
Bexley.
Paddington, either somebody's cloning or she's grown wings.
Oh,
Glasses! Yeah, makes you wonder why we bother giving out a description, doesn't it?
Oh, Jude?
Yeah, that's right. Have your name and your address.
Galloway wants you to have a word with the O'Brien girl again, all right?
Oh, okay.
Have you got a key?
Hello, Sun Hill.
Phone number.
Pips.
8277. Right, sure.
Hello, Sun Hill Incident Room.
How long ago was it that you saw her?
Could you give me your name and telephone number, please?
I could use a cup of tea.
Well, get it yourself.
Only half.
Hello, could I speak to
Leading
Mr.
feminist
Davis,
paranoia.
please?
So could you describe it for me, please?
Hello, Mr. Davis. It's WPC Ackland here. I'd like to come in and have another word with Teresa O'Brien, if I may. Ah. Okay, I'll pop round and see her at home then.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you anyway. Of course, we'll keep you in touch. Yeah, cheerio. Hey, Teresa's not at school.
Don't say she's been abducted.
It's because of that little girl, isn't it?
Yes.
He wouldn't do a thing like that.
Well, unfortunately, he doesn't have a very satisfactory alibi, Mrs. Hammond.
You said to me you wouldn't cause him any trouble.
Look, if he's done nothing, he'll be all right.
It'll cost him his job.
Oh, hello. Came to see why you weren't at school. Are you on your own?
St Saviour's, Father Donahue.
Oh, let's see if he knows the O'Brien family, will you?
I doubt if he knows anybody these days.
Well, is he a bit past it?
Too much sacramental Irish, I reckon. Still, I'll have a word.
Yeah, do.
Yeah. How was your girl about last night?
No, not too bad, all things considered. Particularly since she was waiting for me 2 hours at Bangor Station and a Mars casserole would all dried. No, it's my sister who gave me over there. It's weird, that, isn't it? I mean, you'd think her being a married woman and all that.
Okay, now we do the
See you later.
Yeah, right.
Sending police incident room.
153, Lewis were ringing us back. Of course, the trouble with West Indians is they have too many kids.
Oh. How'd you get on?
Bleeding useless. Apart from Pete here thinking he's spotted a nicked wog box.
Right, we'll leave those with us and grab yourself a cup of tea. Let's get to check your actions, all right? Hello, Sun Hill Incident Room.
What have we got now? We want 2 46s and a 47.
Yes, I'll be with you in a tick. Roy, I've got Brighton on the line. They've picked up Low. Right. Hello. Yeah, can you hold on to him and I'll get someone down there straight away?
Why were you scared to go to school? Did you tell a fib? She didn't admit it, but I'm positive it was a lie. It was written all over her face.
Great.
Have Roach and Dashwood left for Brighton yet?
Yeah. Why, is there something wrong?
Just that our little friend from Wood Close has been leading us up the garden path, that's all.
What do you mean?
The flash we've been chasing after never existed.
Why'd you do that?
It's the least of our worries at the moment, isn't it?
What do you think I should call Roach and Dashwood back?
Do you have to? Open the bloody window.
I thought you were allergic to fresh air.
I like clean lungs.
And a lousy liver.
Oh, come on, leave it out.
There's our phone box.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what time is it?
12:05.
And did you see her
Come on, get your shoes back on. Still got another 2 actions up there yet?
And how would you say she was looking?
Anyway, bet that kid's probably making sandcastles on Margate Beach now.
Would you say she seemed upset at all?
Anyway, all kids like a little weep.
Can you describe the woman, miss? A leopard skin Mac. Yes, we send someone over right away. Are you reading from the shop? Thank you very much indeed.
Kids' time?
Well, maybe that old dipso wasn't seeing things after all.
Come on, Ackland. I'll buy you a teddy bear. You sure it's her?
I think so, and I remember the blue anorak.
Did she buy anything else?
Just a colouring book and some felt tips.
And the kid was all right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I don't know, do I? I didn't take much notice. Look, you don't when you're serving a customer. You just serve them and they...
All right, it's all right.
She looked happy enough. Well, nothing like a few presents, is there?
How did she pay?
Credit card.
Hello, Roy. Can you spell that? L-U.
Here, it looks as though you might be able to chalk up a couple of torrid nights after all, doesn't it?
Sure, I mean, Mum's put you up.
Look, take her to the best hotel. You've earned your overtime, haven't you?
It's probably just another red herring.
Oh, I don't know so much.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll ring you back as soon as they come up with it. Looks like we're on to her. Lubacheska.
Is she local?
Sounds like out of space to me.
You go, Sarge?
Oh, good name. Sit down.
Well, I going to answer that?
Yeah, I'm on my way, anyway.
Only I've had dealings with a woman of that name. She lives in Pickford Crescent. She married a Polish bloke who got killed in a hit and run about a year ago. I was the mug that had to tell her.
Good afternoon. This is Sergeant Cryer of Sunhill Police Station, Metropolitan Police. We're trying to locate the owner of a credit card.
She wouldn't have bought a colouring book if anything had happened to her, surely.
I'm sure it's her. Here, Pickford Crescent. What is it you want? Number 5?
Yeah, that's it.
Right. Lubacheska?
Yes.
Detective Inspector Galloway. I'm making inquiries into the disappearance of a little girl called Samantha Walsh. We have reason to believe...
Please, sir! We're only having a tea party.
Samantha? We come to take you home.
Look, George, I'm very sorry, but you really must appreciate I've had to divert all my available manpower for this missing child.
Yes, well, I'm sorry about it.
Sorry? Very well, George, if that's how you feel. I wish somebody would bloody well blow him up. Right, where the hell have you two been?
Halfway to Brighton, sir.
Summer holiday?
No, we went to interview Terence Lowe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, it's great about the kid, isn't it, sir?
Yes.
Eh? Well, nothing's gone wrong, has it, sir?
The chief executive intends reporting us to the Complaints Bureau.
What? Not another bloody hoax?
Yes.
They won't half be pleased to see you.
Well, everything's all right, my friend. We're letting you go.
You were widowed last year.
Yes.
Any kids of your own? What made you pick her?
I thought she was lost.
On her way to school.
No, she wasn't going to school.
How could you tell where she was going?
She was by the boats. She was watching the boats.
That was the first time you saw her?
At the docks. I like the docks. Especially in the summer. There are people to talk to. Families.
What are you hit her for, you
Don't
stupid
you call me
bitch?
bleeding names.
You shouldn't
bleed
hit
well
her.
deserved it, thank you.
What do you...